Welcome to Learning by Short bites of information you get to apply immediately. We're exploring the Drive sales culture, looking at the letter I for Inquire, and looking at the way we ask questions. So when we're first with a client, we want to seek to know that client as well as we possibly can so that we can help them. Last week, we looked at having the 7 laws of questions. What I want to cover off now is one of the acronyms that I've discussed in previous Learning Bites that help you to understand a client really well. So I talk about having hooks. So when you go into a client, I like to have a meeting plan. And on the meeting plan, you actually have written down the questions you want. Now, most sales reps don't have the time to write down every question they're going to ask. So I create what I call hooks. And one of my favorite acronyms for the hooks that I've got is the letter is NEADSSS. And that is spelled NEADSSS. And what that stands for is 7 questions that you're going to get to ask the client, and they go like this. What are you doing now? Because whatever a client's doing now is going to be a fairly good indicator of what they're likely to do into the future. So once we know what they're doing now, we go, well, what do you enjoy around what you're doing now? Because if they enjoy it, they're highly likely going to want to keep it. The letter A stands for what do you want to alter. Now, the fact that they're talking to you must mean that there's something that's not quite right and they want to change it. The letter D stands for your decision maker. So one of the key questions is who else other than yourself is involved in the decision making process, and or if it's a larger corporation, what is the decision making process in this organization? The letter S stands for solution. What you do is you ask the client, from your perspective, what does the ideal solution look like? What is the ideal outcome that they're trying to achieve? What does success look like for them if you get it right? The second S stands for how soon do you want it? How soon will you make a decision? How soon do you want the product? How soon do you want to pay for it? You know, do they want terms or something like that? So that's your second S. And then your final S is, well, how much do they want to spend? What you will notice that in asking all of those 7 questions, what are you doing now? What do you enjoy? What do you want to alter? Who's the decision maker? What's your ideal solution look like? You know, how soon do you want it? How much do you want to spend on it? None of those actually talk about you at all. So your initial time with a client is all about them, seeking to know about them. You could get to the end of those 7 questions and realize that actually you don't have a match. Actually, you're not in a position to help them, in which case you could then refer them to somebody else. Although highly likely you would have done your qualifying questions beforehand, and so you're able to come to them and say to them, great, now that I understand it, and it's a great idea to just repeat back to somebody what you've heard so that they feel heard. People need to be seen and heard. You summarize very briefly back. So what I heard you say is that you're doing this now, you enjoy this, you'd like to alter this, your ideal solution looks like that. Paraphrase it back to them. And then, having gone and done that, you then are able to move into the next part of the sales process. So give that a go, create your own hooks, acronyms, words, whatever it is to help you ask the right questions in the right sequence, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Here's to your success. If any of this resonated with you and you'd like some help with it, do feel free to get in touch. Drop me an email at mike@thinkrite.co.nz or 0272 987 523 or our website www.thinkrite.co.nz.